Hey guys, Dr. Matrix here. Welcome to what will be our college football 25 franchise. So we're going to have a stream franchise. If you haven't seen that, it's going to be the Gamecocks. I will be cutting that up, and so it'll be more digestible over here on this channel, but the live streams probably out in full, but I think cutting down is probably best from there. But we're going to have one, and our first one on the channel. It's going to be edited, and it will be a franchise on here. I wanted a more rebuild or a builder type school in this. So, yeah, let's get right into it and reveal it right now. So here it is. It's going to be none other than your Northern Illinois University Huskies. So with this one, I mean, it's got to be the Huskies, right? So what we'll be doing, obviously it'll be single player. We'll be using the active rosters. In this, we're going to be building up. Now, I know that we're in a bit of an easier division, but the game plan for this, as we look at it, is going to be, we're going to stay in the division we're in, eventually move up to the Big Ten as we get better and as we kind of get a good grip on everything. We'll kind of think about that, because where we start at, if I'm not mistaken, is Mid-American, I think. So Mid-American, so we're the likes of Akron, Ball State, Bowling Green, Buffalo, the Buffalo franchise that Mr. Hurricane's doing. Start watching that. Pretty good. Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Well, Kent State, Eastern Michigan Eagles, Central Michigan Chippewas, the Ohio Bobcats, Toledo Rockets, and the Western Michigan Broncos. So we're in the Mid-American. So not crazy. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to be in the Big Ten. And we want to play with the likes of Ohio State and all that. Now, I was thinking about doing like a Purdue one, and we might eventually do one later down the cycle and just have some fun. But in this, I wanted more of a rebuild. And with this one, this is literally a rebuild. We are 1.5 stars. 1.5 stars, and everyone else in here. There is one. Kent State has one, and Ball State has one. So we're not the worst team, but we're middle of the pack. Overall wise, I'd say we're also middle of the pack. So there is that. So we're going to take it. Of course, we're going to be a head coach, and we're going to create a new one. So I've been thinking about what to do here, and each one has its pros and cons. So the biggest thing is motivator will get your boost for ratings and composure, which is big. Tacticians on game day itself. So maybe on game day we want something, but also on motivator, this one at the end of the season will get you a bigger boost. But also scouting is will scout faster and recruit better than any other type of coach. And I'm thinking that to get this, it has to be sustainable. And to be sustainable, I think we need to get recruiter. However, as we recruit players in, we'll unlock the recruiter. So I'm thinking that we go motivator for this one. We're actually a recruiter in our previous one in the first place. Okay, we'll pick Indiana. So you put out a little bit at 440 or 245. And then his apparel. Let's go in with going with some style. Let's go with some style. We'll take the shirt. Okay, so Clayton Judge is your new coach. So to kind of sum down what Northern Illinois Huskies have accomplished. 2004, they did have a bowl game there in that one. And then kind of fell down a little bit as they go down. So, and then 2010, another bowl game, won the MAC conference here in 2011 and 2012. They have a bowl game in 2011, wins the MAC conference in 18 and 21. with a 3-9 season in 2022 and a 0-6 season in 2020, the COVID year, and it just wasn't. I mean, this isn't sustainable. A lot of it, they had their success in 2010 to 2015, but ultimately we're looking to put them on a map for the next 3 years. All right, so obviously we're going to go through recruiting. We're going to set up a little fast and furious at this. So with the coaching abilities, I do want to look at what we need to unlock the recruiting stuff. So there's no recruitment. It's actually just a purchase price recruitment. Oh, that is interesting. So motivator, it's like top 3 rounds. I mean, at the end of the day, I think we probably, like, the biggest one is that last one. Quarterback to an off-season training boost. That is what we're ultimately putting in for, but I should have definitely put recruiter in for this one. But I like the upgrades, and it's not really a big issue from there. All right, so let's look at our schedule at this point. Our schedule, we start with FCS Midwest, then take on number 8 Notre Dame. That hurts my soul. Opener, then we start our conference games. Buffalo, NC State, and UMass, and Bowling Green, Toledo, Ball State, Western Michigan, Akron, Miami of Ohio, and Central Michigan. Then you have the Army Navy week, and then the MAC championship. It's held at Ford Field. This is a killer, but we're gonna keep the same schedule for the first year, and then maybe the second year we'll switch it up a little bit. For the board prospects. Now, remember, we are at this point a 1.5 star, right? Not crazy. 1.5 star for conference standings. So yeah, I think we're technically considered a half star. But we're looking at our actual school. So I think we have to look at it in here under my school. This is where we are. So obviously playing style, proximity to home, that whole thing. Championship contenders, we're a D. Program tradition, a C+. I mean, that's probably our best one, to be honest. So we have a lot of stuff to go through. Let's look at our roster to start out with, because that is also important with how we kind of look at it. Let's look at it from a depth chart standpoint, but at a roster standpoint. I'm going to put red shirts in later in between episodes, things like that, so we're not really going to watch out with that. Our highest overall is an 85. We have none in the 90s. It's going to be Ontario Brown, who is a senior. Now, I really like these player cards also. I mean, at the end of the day, this is something big that we have to do something. We have to do something at this, and he is our main guy. Then from there, center is good. Offensive line, another senior has been redshirted. Barnes is in there, and in a corner, senior. So our top 4 players that are over 80 are all seniors and graduating, and realistically our top, oh hell, yeah, this isn't good. Our top 9 players, if not 10, are seniors. Yeah, we're gonna have to recruit a lot. We're looking at quarterback. It's gonna be the red shirt junior. Ethan Hampton will be taking the snaps there. We also have a junior here, all juniors, so obviously we need to bring in some quarterbacks there. Halfbacks, I mean, it's really just Brown and Williams, 2 seniors, so we're gonna have to look at some halfbacks on that. We do have a senior fullback. At receiver, we are hurting here. Anything that we can get at receiver is big. Anything at all will be big. So welcome to just pain and suffering, but it's okay. So yeah, 69. Yeah, we need some work there. Tight end 82, he's a senior. And then you have Applegate, who is a redshirt sophomore, 73. From there, everyone else is in at the 60s. Our line isn't too bad. Now Hoth here at left tackle, he's a junior at 76. Behind him, we do have a decent Lippe here is a senior at left guard. At center, we're good at center. We have a senior here at right guard, and then we have a senior at 73 overall on the right as a 73. So I feel decent about the line. On defense, this is one thing we're gonna have to do a lot of work on at this point. So Davis at left end, I mean, just 75 overall. He's gonna be a senior, but I do like Crowell here as recoup and duress as his physical. I think he just is a better player. I think he's a better player in the grand scheme of things. And looking at Davis wise, I just think he's better, but we'll see how that ultimately kind of shines down. Over on the right side, it's the same thing. 73 and 72 this time, though. It's a junior that's going to be starting up there instead of a senior, so we're a little bit solid there. Two upperclassmen here, junior Taylor and Gil Howard on the D line, and then we have two other seniors at 71. So we're definitely going to have to look at defensive tackle. The linebackers here, Fjowerman. I mean, we're going to need something there as well. Gas away at middle linebacker and Dolphin on the right. All 74s. Probably our best position is our corner as on defense. I mean, Bird is an 80, then Profate at a 79, and Finley at a 76. Still two seniors at the top, but a 76 with Finley, who's a sophomore redshirt. I think this is something we can build on, just as long as he doesn't do a transfer. The free safety is a senior at 76. Al Carcel, I'm probably mispronouncing that. And then it's Jordan Hansen, the strong safety, but Maya's up there as well, so we're definitely going to see a little bit. Our kickers, we do have two kickers here, both juniors, not great kickers, and then we're obviously going to need a punter here, so that is going to be important. So I'm going to do some scouting, going to kind of tell you what I'm looking for in these, and so yeah, I might cut here. We'll be right back. All right, to kind of talk about what we have here. We do have a deal breaker playing time for one. We might be able to see if we can get something from this, but our one big attempt that we're going to do is going to be Rosal here, and I just not sure if we can pull this off, but we're gonna sure as hell try. Otherwise, it's Robbins, who Northwestern is way ahead and we don't have anything with. For halfbacks, our key guy will likely be Hackins right now. We're kind of all in the mix with that, but with Young, we're up there. I didn't see any fullbacks. For receivers, I mean, these were the only two that were interested in us, so yeah, not great. Tight ends, we had a couple of tight ends that we could possibly go for. And then line. Nash here does have some affinity for Michigan, but if we can pull him in. And then we have a little bit on the guard perspective. We do have one with Nesbitt up there, but Tompkins and Kulijius, I'm probably completely mispronouncing that, but I think those will be the big two that we can maybe have a good one. One that I might go for, John Jerry, but I mean, Sneed's up here. He's a 1-star. I don't think he's going to get a lot of attention. Our best, I think, interest right now is Dave Sanders, who is an end. Again, though, we're fighting for the likes of Wisconsin, Iowa, and Illinois, so that's going to be a bit hard. Tiffin does have us up here just under Iowa. Defensive end, I didn't see much, so I think we're going to play it by ear and see if Dillard gets the points. The same thing with Neal, hoping there. With Redmond, we're going to see if we can sneak in here, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to. At corner, all we have is Wegner. It's gonna take a lot. We didn't even have a lot of athletes in here. We have a couple. All right, so this is one thing I didn't have previously. The issue was it's gonna take a lot to scout these guys. So what we were able to scout at this point, I think we can look at our scouting. I think. Actually, we can't. All right, so scouting, I mean, we didn't have anything. The biggest one, I think, was we had a gem here with Celestia Young. And what we're looking at is a power back through and through with good speed with 91, good carrying. And this is probably going to be our gem recruit on here if we can beat out Michigan. Now, there's no actions for this one because those don't come into week 2. But with 500 points, we're going to have to be very strategic on what we want to bring in when it comes to players. Because team needs, this our team needs. To give you a kind of breakdown is we have 12 seniors on offense, 12 seniors on defense. So in total, that puts 29 seniors. 29 seniors right now on this. So we have to think about replenishing what we can here and be smart about it. So that is going to be here. I mean, obviously we're going to go into next week because we're in here. I'm not going to upgrade coach skills because I kind of want to do that next week. Obviously the Big Ten, eventually we'll get there, but right now we just have to worry about MAC. So I really like the weekly advanced screen. The summary on this is really awesome to kind of see what players are at risk for playing time and moving on. A couple of them we do have kind of locked this out, I think, at this point. All right, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a camera in this one, and maybe we'll do a little bit of both here and there depending on everything. But our first game in next episode will be FCS Midwest. We're gonna have some fun here and maybe win our first game. I don't know, we'll see. So thanks for hanging out. Go and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.